What I find interesting about Captain Phillips is the way that you deal with space, that you have a lot of open shots at the beginning of the film.
Yeah.
And as the pirates approach, it feels like this world is closing in on Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
And the film becomes more claustrophobic. Can you talk about the process that you discussed?
I've followed the action. I mean, that's the point. You know, like Paul's films usually have this. Everything's fine and normal, and the world is sunny usually and happy, and you know, and you're just going to work. Like the same in United 93, it was the same thing. You're just going to work, no big deal. Get on a plane, we've all done that. And then it starts to turn, and then of course the camera gets obviously like your eye. You know, I always shoot with zooms. Even if there's like even a short zoom, they'll just give you a little push like this, because it's your psyche. I think it's the way we look at the world. I can see all you guys in one shot here, but I could do this. You know what I mean? That's why I use a zoom lens, because then you can concentrate yourself. But you can only do that if you're listening and watching and feeling. It's no point just going wide shot, zoom, or you see it in some films. You know, it's like someone's nudging them, zoom now, and you do this. You have to follow the action, and you have to listen and observe. And when it gets tense, you push that zoom in a little bit, and that gives this energy. And that's in an instant, in a shot. But the overall picture is like that. When things are quiet, you can do looser shots. You can see the airport and the people walking to the airport and kissing each other and saying goodbye, quite neutrally. It's a neutral thing. But when it gets intense, then the camera gets intense. You know, it follows the action. And I think it sounds too simple to say it's just purely observational, but it's emotional and it's human. I think it's, you know, if there's anything I can contribute to the film, it'll be like an emotional response to the action. I think that's, you know, and I can't shoot a film that I didn't operate on, because I wouldn't be adding that. Lighting, I find, you know, I try to light it as naturally as possible, simply as possible, beautifully as possible, but never to interfere with the performance or the action or letting the cameras do what they do. You know, I'm shocked to see, when you look at those making of things, to remember how many people are in on the bridge when it's all happening. You know, and the reason I'm shocked is because, you know, the thing I live for when I'm shooting a film is that moment where you put your eye to the camera and the whole rest of this stuff disappears, and suddenly, you know, that's what it's all about. It only comes down to this frame at the end, you know, and somebody, the operator, just puts their eye to the camera and they see this frame, and it was just a close-up, but it was all this other stuff around there. But when you put your eye to the camera, you just get the story, and that's, you know, that's what I live for, because that's exciting. It makes your heart beat.